but it is dangerous to walk on some of the upstairs floors. I began to feel very much alone. Then as I reached the bottom of the great staircase, I heard a strange noise, a moan, like a cry for help. I stood transfixed for a few seconds, and then it came again, louder, definitely a female voice. Shaken by this experience, I later spoke with an old man, a farmer who lived near the estate. I asked him if there were any ghost stories attached to the house. He thought for a while, then smiled, replying, "I've never heard of any." But then he hesitated and added, "A long time ago, when I was a young man, I had a friend who worked for the then Lord Ashtown, and he told me that some human limbs, an arm and a leg, were found in bogland in the park. They were a young girl's, and there was a suggestion of murder, but it was never proved. Some say hushed up. There was a room at the top of the house that was always kept locked, but there isn't a living soul up there now." Then as he turned to go, he added, "The last owner shot himself." Who or what made that sad cry, I will almost certainly never know. The only thing that I'm certain of is it was not of this world and will haunt me for the rest of my life. To stay in an old house in Limerick, where a prominent 19th century lawyer had strangled his wife in a crime of passion. Her ghost still haunts the building and surrounding streets, but I never saw her there. However, she sometimes appears to me in a nightmare. Our world today is driven by the relentless and all-consuming marriage of science and commerce. We appear to be dismissing or forgetting much that our distant ancestors knew, our links with nature and the ancient magic from man's farthest and darkest past, things that are rooted indelibly within the mind of man. Science can explain anything away if one allows it to, just as all one's original thoughts and beliefs as a child can be eroded by the cynicism of one's elders. Sometimes I discover places by chance. I came across this mausoleum in the woods at Monivet. Robert Percy French died in Naples in 1896, and the resplendent mausoleum was built by his only child, Kathleen, to commemorate the father she adored. It took 4 years to build while his body lay embalmed in Milan, until the vault was ready to receive him. His cold marble effigy lies alone in the center of the building. For me, no one makes death and decay seem more beautiful than Poe. His stories and poems have a timeless quality, and they gain in perpetuity because they are so divorced from reality. In the same sort of way, I feel that as I photograph these buildings, I am abandoning myself to the mystery of death. Like Poe, I suspect that I shall only find peace in the grave, surrounded by these ghosts of the past and their eerie silence.
Out, out are the lights, out all. And over each quivering form, the curtain of funeral pall comes down with the rush of a storm. And the angels, all pallid and wan, uprising, unveiling, affirm that the play is the tragedy, man, and its hero, the conqueror worm.